Every journey has a beginning, but not every beginning is beautiful for Stoke City and their newly appointed manager Peter Crouch. The road to glory begins with a stumble. Episode 1 was the beginning of our journey, the first step in taking Stoke City from a forgotten name in English football to a club with goals. We saw early struggles, flashes of brilliance, and the kind of grit this team has always been known for. But every story has its setbacks, and every rise begins with learning from the fall. In episode 2, the challenge only grows tougher. The championship is relentless. Every team fights with hunger. Every point feels like a battle. For Stoke City, there is no easy path, but that's what makes this road to glory worth traveling. These matches are about more than just goals and results. They are about belief, resilience, and building a squad that can dream beyond its limits. With each training session, the chemistry is growing. The players are beginning to understand the system, the vision. New faces arrive to add strength, while young prospects are given their chance to shine. Every decision matters, every signing, every substitution, every tactical change, it all shapes the destiny of this club. And then there's you, the supporters, the ones who never stop singing, never stop believing. The heartbeat of Stoke City. This journey isn't just our experience. Every high, every heartbreak, every unforgettable moment. It's all part of the story, right? So now, the next chapter begins. Can this team find consistency? Can we prove we belong at the top of the table? Or will the weight of expectation pull us back down? Episode 2 is about proving ourselves, about showing the world that Stoke City is ready for the fight. The road to glory has only just begun. In this episode, we ask the question, can we finally find our goals? Can we turn hard work into results and show the world that Stoke City is ready to rise again?
Match day is upon us. Fans are pouring into the stadium. Anticipation has reached an all-time high. All the action here on EA TV.
A warm welcome on what is a perfect day to watch football. I'm Guy Mowbray. Alongside me is the former England striker Sue Smith. And we have championship action on the way. It's Oxford United and they face Stoke City.
Cheers, Guy. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm anticipating a good game today. The coaching staff have done all they can. Now it's about taking it onto the pitch.
Our first test came against Oxford United. The game was tight, tense, and every opportunity felt like it could change the story. I even tried my first Trivela shot, a moment of skill and ambition. But instead of glory, the ball rose higher than the crossbar. And in football, missed chances often come back to haunt you.
This is the home side's team today.
Yeah, it's a 4-5-1, but it will morph into a 4-2-3-1. The single centre forward will be supported by the number 10, and you'd expect them to rotate and swap positions just to try and drag defenders out. The wide midfielders, they'll offer a threat in behind.
I tried keeping the ball, moving it around with confidence, and even attempted some insane dribbling runs, but this squad has limitations. With most of our players under 3-star skill moves, every trick, every flick feels like a gamble. Controlling the game isn't easy when the technical side just isn't there.
Decent looking attack this. Good work to win it there. Showing good width with this attack. Players waiting in the centre. Well read to gain possession. And the work pays off as they get the ball back.
Fast counters but no finish. In this episode, I tried to change things up. Quick counters, explosive sprints, moving the ball with speed and purpose.
Good work to regain
But when it
possession.
came to the final kick, the finish just wasn't there. Time and time again, the moves broke down at the
That
very
set up
end.
the chance.
The effort was there, the hunger was there, but the goals were missing.
Great defending.
I wanted to change the way we play, make it faster, more dangerous. Quick counters, lightning runs down the wings, high-speed sprints that could rip defenses apart. For moments, it looked beautiful. The movement, the energy, the intent. It was all there, but football is cruel. Because at the very end, when it mattered most, the finishing just wasn't there. Shots dragged wide, strikes lacked power, and too many promising moves ended with nothing to show. Oxford United. They pressed hard, launching quick attacks of their own. But defensively, we stood tall. Tackle after tackle, block after block, we kept ourselves in the game. Then came my moment to change everything, a bold, trivial shot, my first attempt at something special. But it rose over the bar. And in football, when you don't take your chances, you leave the door open.
Good spell. Looking for that all-important next goal. Well, he's lost the ball, and any chance has gone. Let's get over to Alex now, because she's got a goal at Elland Road to report.
It's a goal for Leeds. It's now 1-0 with 31 minutes played.
Alex there keeping us informed all the way. Finds himself with space now. Now it needs a good ball in. And for air is to be human.
Painful, frustrating, but part of the road we must walk. The defense is holding, the fight is there, but the goals still refuse to come. And so, the question remains, how long can we keep battling without a breakthrough? Episode 2 has only just begun, and the climb is only getting steeper.
Decent delivery. And away it goes.
I was trying to make things happen out wide, delivering cross after cross into the box. But the accuracy just wasn't there, and when it did connect, the finishing was missing. Stoke City were pushing, showing intent, showing fight, but every chance slipped away. The build-up looked promising, the energy was there, yet in the final moment, nothing. No breakthrough, no reward. It's frustrating football, when you do everything right until the last touch, and the result just refuses to come. All throughout the half, we kept trying. Crosses came in, runs were made, but accuracy and finishing deserted us. Stoke City fought, they pushed, but nothing seemed to fall our way. And just when it looked like the breakthrough had arrived, right at the end of the first half, a golden chance from the penalty spot, but even that slipped away. The pressure, the hope, the roar of expectation, all ending in silence. A missed penalty that summed up the frustration of the first 45 minutes.
Easy as it gets for a goalkeeper. Ben Pearson.
Golden opportunity for Stoke City went begging in the second half. A player found space in the box and unleashed a powerful effort, but his shot sailed high over the bar, failing to trouble the goalkeeper. The miss was so glaring that it left the virtual dugout in disbelief, with manager Peter Crouch shown on the broadcast reacting with sheer shock. The broadcast team revisited the chance for nearly half a minute, analyzing just how he managed to miss the target.
That set up the chance. And away, they've got it clear. The goalkeeper more than ready for it.
The opposition keeper was razor sharp, pulling off a series of fine saves to deny what seemed certain goals. Growing increasingly frustrated on the sideline, manager Peter Crouch could be seen constantly barking instructions and orchestrating play, desperate to find a way to unlock the stubborn defense.
The corner is fired in. There still could be something happening here. A chance to deliver into the box. There's room to do something here. Oh, great block.
Stoke laid siege to the Oxford City goal in the second half, with chance after chance falling to their attackers. However, a combination of wayward finishing and the sheer brilliance of the Oxford goalkeeper kept the scores level.
I didn't expect him to shoot from there, but he's got the belief in his ability to try it, and that was not far off.
The game's temperature rose significantly in the 70th minute when a Stoke defender flew into a crunching challenge, leaving an Oxford City player in a heap on the turf. The player required extensive treatment, raising the tension around the ground. All eyes turned to the referee, who, after a moment's consideration, produced only a yellow card, a decision that drew furious protests from the Oxford bench. Stoke fans and manager Peter Crouch breathed a collective sigh of relief. Lewis Baker was at the heart of everything creative for Stoke, showcasing his superb technical ability with a series of mazy dribbles that carved the Oxford defense open. Yet, for all his ingenuity in the build-up, the attacking midfielder couldn't apply the finishing touch when it mattered most, spurning a golden chance to break the deadlock and summing up a deeply frustrating evening in the final third.
There could be a chance to win the game here.
In a cruel twist of footballing fate, Stoke City's dominance counted for nothing as Oxford City stole a victory, with a devastating counter-attack in the dying moments. Despite controlling possession and creating a host of chances, Stoke were caught napping at the back, and Oxford made them pay with a clinical finish. The goal was a hammer blow for manager Peter Crouch, who could only watch in disbelief as his team's relentless pressure was rewarded with 0 points.
Well, just take a look at this. You can't be dawdling in possession in the defensive third because you'll get the ball taken.
The story of the match was Stoke's utter wastefulness in front of goal. From the early stages, chances were created and squandered. A first-half effort was blazed high over the bar, a miss so shocking it left the virtual Peter Crouch stunned on the sideline.
Drifting in off the flank. Crucial defending.
The theme continued throughout the second half as Lewis Baker dazzled with his dribbling through the midfield, only to see his own finishing let him down. Despite Crouch's constant instructions from the technical area and a sustained period of pressure, Stoke found the Oxford City goalkeeper in inspired, sharp form, repelling everything thrown at him. A dejected Peter Crouch was left to rue his team's missed opportunities. When you have that much of the ball, create that many chances, and don't score, you leave yourself vulnerable to this, he might have said in a post-match interview. We have to be more clinical. It's as simple as that. This one hurts. The memory of a silent, stolen victory still hangs heavy over the Bet365 stadium. A gut-wrenching defeat born not from a lack of chances, but a cruel lack of finishing. Now, with no time to mourn, Peter Crouch and his Stoke City squad face a pivotal test of their character and resolve as they welcome Hull City.
Two great sides going head-to-head in what's sure to be an exciting fixture. Join us for all the action coming up next.
Hello and thanks for joining us live here on EA TV. I'm Guy Mowbray to bring you commentary along with the former England forward Sue Smith. And we have championship action on the way. It's Stoke City and they face Hull City.
Thanks, Guy. Well, I can't wait for this one. Both sets of fans are certainly up for it. I'm sure that that'll give the players a real boost. They'll be hoping to start the game at a fast tempo.
From the very first whistle, Hull City exploded out of the gates with blistering intensity, immediately putting Stoke on the back foot and establishing a tempo that was as relentless as it was unexpected. Their players swarmed all over the pitch, closing down space with ferocious speed and launching into sharp.
Here's the Hull City team sheet.
Well, no real surprise to see they're also set up in the same formation. It's just how effective those wide players can be. fullbacks.
Well, under no real pressure, but
In a moment of sheer madness that completely shifted the momentum of the match, a Hull City striker recklessly charged down Stoke City's goalkeeper from behind in a dangerous and unnecessary challenge, leaving the referee with no choice but to immediately produce a straight red card. The decision was instantaneous and unequivocal, reducing the visitors to 10 men and handing Stoke City a monumental advantage as they now look to capitalize against a short-handed and undoubtedly shell-shocked Hull side for the remainder of the game.
and set up the chance.
Just as the momentum seemed to be irrevocably turning in Stoke's favor, Lewis Baker found a precious pocket of space inside the box and attempted a delicate, cultured finesse shot that seemed destined to arc perfectly into the far corner.
Plenty of space to attack now.
In a shocking and demoralizing twist that defies all footballing logic, the 10 men of Hull City have ripped the script to pieces. Against the overwhelming run of play, they found a surge of defiant energy, carving straight through the heart of a stunned Stoke City defense with a ruthless counterattack. Driven by a growing sense of desperation, Stoke City laid siege to the Hull City penalty area, launching wave after wave of attacks as the clock ticked down. However, they found no room to breathe, let alone shoot, as the 10 men of Hull retreated into a formidable, deep-lying block that choked the final third. Every attempted pass was met with a body, every dribble was snuffed out by a mass of white shirts, and the precious space needed for a clear sight of goal simply vanished, in a display of sheer, ill-disciplined recklessness that borders on the self-destructive. Hull City have been reduced to just 9 men. For the second time in this half, a Hull player launched a desperate, dangerous foul directly on Lewis Baker, leaving the referee with no alternative but to brandish another straight red card. The stadium is now a cacophony of disbelief and roaring expectation.
Now, this might be promising.
Despite the overwhelming two-man advantage, a palpable sense of anxiety has seeped into Stoke's play, causing them to circulate the ball with slow, hesitant deliberation around a bunkered-in Hull City defense. While chances inevitably present themselves, they are snatched at in a panic, with every blocked shot and wayward finish compounding the same old problem that has plagued them all match long.
Stephen Alzate. A chance to get something going here. Can he finish? It's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. Showing good wit with this attack. And that's a shame for them, nothing doing. And they want to see a shot here. Oh, they've lost it. The attack is over.
In a moment that defies all footballing logic and cements this as a night of utter calamity for Stoke City, the 9 men of Hull City have somehow, unthinkably, struck again. Against a backdrop of sheer disbelief and a collapsing Stoke structure, a lone Hull attacker found a sliver of space, exploiting the host's chaotic desperation to deliver a sucker punch that feels almost cruel, a goal that will be replayed. The final whistle blows on a chapter of pure, unadulterated chaos, sealing a third consecutive defeat that leaves Stoke City and manager Peter Crouch mired in a deepening crisis. Despite the unimaginable advantage of facing a 9-man Hull City for the latter stages, the same fatal flaws: wasteful finishing, a porous defense, and a stunning lack of composure. The table now tells a grim story of a club in disarray, its promised new beginning already crumbling, leaving the long and arduous road to glory looking steeper and more distant than ever before.